Good morning, y'all. Fuzzy Biker here in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa at Motorcycle Park. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning out here. Look at the motorcycle we have today. This is a Royal Enfield 350 Meteor, or Meteor 350. It belongs to a good friend of mine. They just got it built up for him. He's had 350s before. I think he had a classic 350 that he just rode the wheels off of. Picked himself up a Himalayan, traded up the 350. And he still has a Himalayan, but now he wants another 350 again. That's how addictive these motorcycles can be. This is a Meteor model, of course. I just said that. It's got the same engine as the classic 350 does. It's a single-cylinder, 348cc, single overhead cam, 2-valve, makes about 20 horsepower and about 20 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 27 Newton meters. Again, 5-speed transmission, very nice 5-speed transmission. These things, once they wear in, and even new, they're just a beautiful thing to ride. Beautiful thing to ride. I think the Meteors of all the 350s that Royal Enfield makes, the Meteors and the Goans are my two favorites to ride. I owned a classic myself for a couple years, and I put I can't remember, 10,000 miles on it, something like that. And I just loved owning it. It's just a blast. 41mm front forks. It's got tubeless tires, a 320mm disc brake with dual piston Vibri calipers. Let's see if I can spot the tire size here for you. I cannot. Single side exhaust, of course. This one's had some add-ons to it, and we'll check that out. Look at this nice gas tank. Beautiful yellow. He wanted yellow. I make them in red and blue and some other colors. These are my Royal Enfield ventilated gloves. I love those gloves. Got that open for a reason. Check that rear end out, huh? Just a beautiful, beautiful machine. They're loads of fun to ride. They've got that single cylinder vibe. You know, I've talked about this before, the rhythm of the single cylinder and the rhythm of the heart, and you know, the philosophy that all blends together, and you know, you feel the motorcycle, and the motorcycle feels you. It becomes part of your soul, kind of thing. And they are very addictive to own and ride. 20 horsepower. You are good for back roads all day long. 2-lane blacktops. It just will do all kinds of fun stuff. So this one's had some add-ons added to it. The most obvious ones are, of course, these bags. And I opened this one on purpose. These are made for the bike. This is what they look like. A little bit of chafing on there, chaff on there. Little reflector on the side, Royal Enfield there. Goes very well with the style. I don't think I've ever showed the inside of these bags before. And I opened it up because you have to use a key to open and close it. 2 locking points right there. Little things here to keep stuff from falling out when you open them. Pretty nifty, huh? Nifty 350. Looks like this stuff is Velcroed in, so you could take that off if you wanted to, I guess. Running over this way, he's got crash bars in the front. He's got a heel-toe shifter, that's standard. He's got these touring bars, they call them, so they're taller. And that's a little bit more comfortable for some people. I like that. I don't know if you have to change the cables with that or not, but very good look. There's the crash bars, Royal Enfield insignia there. Very nice, huh? The really nifty thing they did to this, and maybe you can see it already. See the belt drive back there? Smooth, no more oiling of chains. You don't have to adjust them. Very rarely do they have to be adjusted. You know, clean, quieter, a little quieter than a chain. All the benefits of a chain without the without having to carry a can of lube and lube your chain every day that you ride and do all those kind of things. You just get on and go. You know, I've got a belt on my Harley. I've got a belt on my Royal Enfield Bear. We put one on there, and I just love it. RS Tech, it says on there. Baxter sells and installs those. Look at that. I wonder if they had to relocate. I think these are relocation brackets. They had to move the blinkers back. Look at that. Isn't that nifty? Just a gorgeous, gorgeous machine. All blacked out engine. All this is blacked out. Milled off ends on the cylinder head there. A little warm. I've just been riding it. 348 cc's. Is that what that says? Or 349? I can't read it. Fuel injected motorcycle, of course. Easy starting. Let's see what it sounds like. So let's go over the tail light right there, of course. Up here, it's got a dash, so it's analog on the outside, speedometer. On the inside, there's a little LCD, and there's a fuel gauge, a gear indicator. Isn't that neat? a clock, and down here is the odometer. And if you use this button up here, look at the where the odometer is. Trip A, trip B, and then back to odometer. Down below there's a ABS light, an engine light, and a battery light. Me gusta. Clutch lever. I love the shape of these levers. They're, you know, they got that neat swooping dog leg. They're thin this way. They're wide this direction. They've got the good radius. And what I really like about them, these barrel-shaped grips that Royal Enfield puts on. I like the way they feel when you're actuating. You know, they just kind of work well together. Information button back here for the LCD. Flash to pass, low beam, high beam. The blinkers, of course. Horn. Over here, it's the hazard lights. Let's take a look at that. There they are, hazarding away. Let's run over to the front. Very good, very good. And then kill switch, run switch. You can hear the fuel pump, fuel injected motorcycle. And when you rock it, this is a rocker switch. And it's that red color because that's a traditional Royal Enfield color for that switch. So this has stock exhaust. It still has the catalytic converter in it. The bike is running absolutely stock. No cam installed, no DNA filter. He wanted it absolutely stock. He said he didn't want one. He didn't want a bike that he was going to try to ride fast. He wanted one that he could just relax on. You can always add that stuff later. Baxter Cycle puts battery tenders in all their motorcycles. Look at that pipe. I like the little touches, you know, like the chrome right here, you know, isn't that neat? The milled fins on the head, the you know, the heel toe shifter over here, of course the center stand. That's nifty. These are blacked out on this bike. That's kind of interesting. I think that's might be one of the first times I've seen that. It's a very nice motorcycle. I love riding these things, and I've gone back and forth over getting one again. I would love to have one. They have one right now that's slate and salmon colored, which are the colors of my Gorilla and of my Himalayan. So it's very tempting to pick one of those up. I think it's a Meteor also, like this. Just a beautiful, beautiful, fun machine. The controls, they call this, Royal Enfield calls it a forward control. I'd say it's between a forward and a mid, you know. It's forwardy, but it's not way out there. Very comfortable. When I ride these, of course, I use this. I'll put my back feet on there sometimes. I suppose you could put pegs on this if you wanted to. I don't see any reason to do it though. Back brake, I think, is a 270 with a single piston barber caliper. Again, tubeless tires, front and rear. Tires are Seats, I think. Yes, they are Seats. I don't know what size they are. I can't find that right offhand. Seat Zoom tire, it says. Very nice, very nice. Look at that rim, that mag. Let's see if we can spot the size. It's a 190/19 on the front. Let's see if we can spot the rear. The rear is a 140/70. Oh wow, 140 on the back, a 140/70/17. Very nice. Anyway, great motorcycle. Great motorcycle. I used mine. I called it my grocery getter. I kept it right by the garage door. It was easy to push in and out of the garage. I love driving it around town. I love, you know, going on the two-lane blacktop. So you get that feeling one day where you don't, you know, you want to escape the world and hop on that bike. I called it my Zen field. And for grocery getting, I had these bags on the back. I just go in the grocery store, get my stuff, throw it in there, and, you know, run home, and it works so well. Absolutely fabulous motorcycle. Fabulous bike. Now, if y'all are interested in a motorcycle like this, a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph Classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, helmets, gloves, jackets, boots, socks, underwear. They really do have socks and underwear. Get yourself over here to the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Marnie is a town of about 100 to 150 people, depending on what time of day it is. Get over here to Baxter Cycle, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those fine folks that Meteor riding fuzzy biker sent you. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. Get out there and live it. Wahoo! motorcycle field right there. Up there on the hill is Baxter Cycle.